Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to make this very simple card using the Jar of Love stamp set. But first I thought y'all would enjoy an unboxing. I received all of the stuff that I ordered last week from the Eastern Palace pre-order. So I thought that I would show that before we get started. So it's right here. Some of y'all may have already seen it, but I thought, you know what, some of my clients may not see some of the other videos that were done last week and y'all would enjoy seeing it. So, and maybe you want to hear my perspective. So anyway, I got this in the mail today, so let's go ahead. I did just take the packing slip out. So let's see here. Oh, these are some paper pumpkin trash bins. I got these for my class. I needed some more. So if you've never seen them, super cute with the little paper pumpkin logo. So as demonstrators, we can get these. All right, and I'm just gonna put this box off to the side and bring up the items. So these are the 3 new in colors that come with this pre-order, and y'all will be able to do the pre-order as well. I think it's later this month or maybe the beginning of May. I can't remember off the top of my head, but when I'm editing the video, I'll put the information right here down below so that you will know. This is pretty fun. And since the retirement list came out last week, or not last week, my weeks are so messed up. Since the retirement came out yesterday, the things that I was going to be announcing for my April's iStampin box have since been discontinued because everybody gobbled them up. So unfortunately, I will not be doing a April box, or I'm indecisive. I still haven't quite figured it out yet. But I'm thinking for May, I'm going to be doing the Eastern Palace suite for my box. So just my iStampin box. So if you aren't familiar with that, that's my subscription box. You receive product as well as all of the supplies to make these projects. So we've got fresh fig, then we have lemon lime twist, and we have tranquil tide. And I have to say, I worked with this at Onstage over the weekend. I was up in Savannah, and this color's a lot different than I was expecting. It's like a, I don't know if you're gonna get this on camera, but to me it's like a forest green with a little bit of blue. It's pretty, it's just not what I was expecting. And that's the funny thing about the in colors, is when you see them for the very first time, it's not that you don't like them, it's just, oh, that's what they look like. So it takes some getting used to. And then of course, once you start playing with them, then you fall in love with them and you think, how could I have ever not ever lived without them? So anyway, those are the 3 colors that are part of the suite. And then let's see here. So this is new. This is our thick very vanilla cardstock. But what is new, and I thought that I did get them, are the very vanilla note card size. So I'll have to order that again, or place an order for that. I thought that I had gotten them, but I didn't. Okay, so let's see here. So these are the beautiful Eastern Gold vinyl stickers. I don't know if you can see this. Let me take these out. I'm seeing all of this stuff for the first time. So, ooh, these are really, oh, they're thick. So they're gold foil, and you can see that. See, we get 2 sheets of these 2 designs. So if y'all can see that, so that's really pretty. I was going to look to see if it had the number of stickers on there, but it doesn't say, and I don't want to count. Right, and then here is the stamp set, Eastern Beauty. So it's photopolymer, so you can see that. And then here are the Eastern Medallion Thinlits. So we've got, so this kind of like makes like a mandala, and then some really fun things. I've seen these in the bullet journals. They're really pretty. I had seen them before. I really had no idea what they were called, but I thought that could be really cute if you like to do bullet journaling. You can make your own mandala out of paper. Let's go away. All right, and then these are the pretty mini tassels. So that is Tranquil Tide, Fresh Fig, and then Gold. And then I went ahead and got 2 packs of the cardstock. So the 3 colors are Fresh Fig, Dapper Denim, and Tranquil Tide. I have to get used to these new names. I'll pull out, so there's the Tranquil Tide, and there's the Fresh Fig. I love this color. This is, let's see, let's compare it to Rich Razzleberry. So there's Rich Razzleberry, so you can see the difference. And then some people are thinking this is close to Emerald Envy. I think you'll see a huge difference. So you can see how bright that is. And then here's just pull these out. So Rich Razzleberry, and this is the new Fresh Fig. So this is just a brighter color. This is more muted, very pretty. And then here, I'm trying to think, this is probably our closest color that we have right now. Yeah, so this is Emerald Envy, and then this is the Tranquil Tide. So you can really get a good idea of the differences of those colors. And then let's open up the designer series paper. So this is called Eastern Palace Specialty Designer Series paper. So I bet it has some type of foil on here. I really didn't pay too close attention to the descriptions and stuff. So a really nice, pretty graphic. I'm drawing a blank on what they call this pattern. Ooh, that's pretty. What do we call that? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to Google it now. I hate when I draw blanks on something. Dapper Denim. That's really pretty. So that's the lemon lime twist with very vanilla. Oh, I love that color combination. This is pretty. So Tranquil Tide and Dapper Denim and very vanilla. Oh, look how pretty that is. This color is, hopefully it's not coming across as like neon. It's really pretty in person. And look at this pretty polka dot. That's really nice. I swear you guys, this pattern is on the tip of my tongue. Y'all are probably screaming it in the video. And then this is really pretty. This is nice. Oh, here we go. Here's the gold foil paper. Oh, we've got 2. Look at the striations with the stripes with that. Can you see that? Is that like a quatrefoil or something like that? Nah, I don't know what I'm thinking of. All right, how about we just get to the project? All right, so what you will need to do is to grab a note card size in Whisper White, and this measures, when it's folded, 3.5 by 5. We are going to be stamping on it landscape orientation. So just fold it and use your bone folder to crease it. All right, and then like I said, we are using Jar of Love. You can find this in our annual catalog. These are the 4 colors you will need: Melon Mambo, Tangerine Tango, Daffodil Delight, and Wild Wasabi. Okay. And because this is photopolymer, I like to use my handy dandy Stampin' Pierce mat, and I just have some scratch, whatever we call this, grid paper. I'm just gonna flip it over because I've been using the other side. Oh, and then one other thing is you will need to grab either your archival basic black ink. I like to use Memento, so I'm gonna be using that. So what we are gonna do, I've got all of my images on blocks already. So we are going to be starting off with this image right here, the leaf. I'm going to use wild wasabi, and I want to just stamp off just to be able to give it some dimension. I'm going to actually use this stamp pad twice for another. I'm going to use it for this stamp and then another one. So we are just going to come over here, and I'm just going to do varying heights all the way across the card. And with this one, I'm always going to be stamping off. So I'm just starting from left to right. Okay, come about right there. And I like to do these things in odd numbers. About right there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5. So that one's a little bit darker, but that's okay. All right, then you're going to get just this plain stem right here. And now we're going to come in, I'm going to come in and stamp directly over these stems, and we're going to stamp full strength, so don't stamp off. And again, just doing different heights. There we go. Okay, so we're done with the wild wasabi. So next, come in with your Daffodil Delight. And we're going to be using this image right here. And these two flowers are attached, but I'm only going to be stamping one at a time. And the nice thing is that the stamp set, kind of like we have other stamp sets that have matching framelits, you see that little notch? So when this stamp right here, this matches that stamp set. So when we go to use that, the more detailed stamp, we'll be able to follow what we're doing with that notch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and just only ink up one side in the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to do a couple in the large size, and then I'll come back and do a couple in the small size. So I've cleaned off that side. I'm going to come in with the small size. And I think I'm going to come in with one more of these stems. I feel like I'm missing something. And that's the great thing about this, is that you can build it, you can always come back and add more if you feel like you need to. Okay, all right, so now for the detailed piece, we're going to be using Tangerine Tango. So here you can see that we've got the large and the small, and then there's that little notch. And so what we're going to do is just come back and do the exact same thing. So I'm just inking up the larger side, and I'm going to come in on those large flowers and just put the detail piece in. And you can line it up as best to your ability, or you can just just stamp it wherever. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to come in and ink up the small side. And this is a really fun stamp set. You know, when I first got it, I just used it to make the little jar. But I was looking at it and it's like, there's some really pretty flowers on this. So I wanted to show you how versatile this stamp set is. All right, so the last, well, not the last thing, almost the last thing is our Melon Mambo. And similar to the other flowers we were just doing, we're going to be two-step stamping, or really three-step stamping. So these are the three images right here, the solid, then the detailed piece, and then that's just the little stamen. So we're going to be using Melon Mambo like how we did the stems. We're going to stamp off. And then come in. And I think I only want 3 of these. So I'm going to come in with the yellow and do one more of those because I only want 3 of the larger flowers. Okay. So I'll do that in just a sec. Okay, so the same thing, we have that little notch at the top. So we're going to come in with Melon Mambo and we're going to do it full strength. And we're just going to stamp right over the solid image. And I just love how it just gives dimension. It makes me feel like that I'm an artist and I know what I'm doing when I really don't. Okay, and then let's grab this tiny little image and we're going to get out the tuxedo black ink and just come in and just put those little slashes right at the top. Okay, and let me go ahead and do this one thing real quick and then we'll stamp the sentiment and we'll be all done. And I didn't do this, but I think this is a great idea. On the flap of the envelope, you can, on the back side, you know, you can stamp these flowers again just to give it a little bit of interest. Or if you like to leave the flap blank, you can stamp some just a couple of these flowers on the front of the envelope where you can address it. And I just think it must be so fun when somebody gets a handwritten note card. First of all, that just gets a handwritten note card. I mean, let's be real. We need to be sending those out a lot more to everybody. So all those cards that are stacking up in your stamp room, address them and get those out in the mail. But what I was saying is, how fun would it be to get such a pretty envelope in the mail? I would love that. I think it would be so much fun. You know, who gets excited about bills? All right, so let's just finish off the card. I'm going to stamp for you. So I'm just inking that up in the Memento ink, and I'm just going to do it right here. And that's it. Just a simple card. Let me move this out of the way. All right, that's it. Well, I hope y'all like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you are an exclusive newsletter subscriber, or a subscriber to my exclusive newsletter. I will say that the month of March and the first part of April, I have not sent out those newsletters, but I am getting one out this week. I apologize to all of y'all. March was just crazy. I really don't have any excuses other than it just family life, spring breaks, and things like that just got crazy, and I hope that you understand that. Also, be sure that you head on over to my Facebook iStampin' business page and like that as well, because I do iStampin' Live every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and I would love for you to be able to view that live and comment. And it's just so much fun to talk to y'all as I'm doing the crafting. Y'all are commenting, and it's I love that interaction. It's fun. It's fun to do these videos and to read your comments on YouTube, but you know, it's delayed. Whereas when I'm on Facebook Live, it's instant, and it's just I enjoy it. So anyway, I hope you liked today's project again. I hope you liked the Eastern Palace unboxing part of it, and like I said, be on the lookout for news about April's I Stampin' box. I may tweak it a little bit because I have some fun projects, and I may just have to change it up a little bit just with that retirement list coming out yesterday. It's kind of put a damper into the plans, but for May, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do Eastern Palace. All right, guys, well, have a fabulous evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.